Caroline used to believe that the most important moments in life would announce themselves. She thought big opportunities would arrive with excitement. Big dreams would begin with perfect timing. Important memories would come with a clear sign saying, "Remember this day." But she learned something different. Most of life's greatest moments look ordinary when they are happening. A simple conversation, a walk with someone you love, a quiet morning where you finally slow down enough to notice the world around you. The moments we treasure later often look like moments we almost ignored. A year after finding the old notebook, Caroline returned to the same shelf where she had discovered it. She placed the notebook there again. But this time, it was different. The pages were no longer filled only with forgotten dreams. They were filled with new memories. A photograph she took of her mother laughing. A note about a weekend trip she finally took. A small reminder of a day she spent helping someone who needed kindness. The notebook had transformed. It was no longer a list of things she wanted to do someday. It had become proof that she had started living today. But there was one final page she added, a sentence that carried the biggest lesson she had learned. Don't wait for life to begin. Notice that it already has. Because Caroline finally understood something that many people discover too late. Time is rarely lost in one dramatic moment. It is lost when we keep postponing the things that make life meaningful. It is lost when we believe we will have more time later. It is lost when we become so focused on reaching tomorrow that we forget to experience today. Years ago, Caroline thought she needed more time, more hours, more perfect conditions, more freedom. But the truth was much simpler. She didn't need a different life. She needed to stop overlooking the life she already had. And that realization changed everything. She still worked. She still had responsibilities. She still had difficult days. Life did not suddenly become perfect. But she stopped allowing busy days to steal important moments. She started having dinner without looking at her phone. She started visiting people instead of only sending messages. She started taking pictures of ordinary days because she finally understood something. Ordinary days are the ones that become our memories. One evening, while looking through the photographs she had taken over the year, Caroline noticed something surprising. The pictures she loved most were not the expensive vacations. They were not the impressive achievements. They were small moments. Her mother's smile, the sunlight entering her room on a quiet morning, a friend laughing over coffee, a stranger's kindness. Simple pieces of time that she once would have ignored. And that was when Caroline realized the true value of time. Time is not valuable only because it helps us achieve our goals. It is valuable because it is the space where our entire life happens. Every relationship, every dream, every memory, every version of ourselves we become. Money can return. Opportunities can sometimes come again. Mistakes can be corrected. But a moment that has passed becomes a part of history forever. And that is why the people who truly understand the value of time don't necessarily live faster. They live more intentionally. They pay attention. They choose what deserves their energy. They stop giving their most precious resource to things that do not matter. Because at the end of life, people rarely wish they had spent more hours scrolling, worrying, or waiting for the perfect moment. They remember the conversations they had, the people they loved, the dreams they chased, the moments when they were truly present. Caroline's story was never about having a perfect schedule. It was about realizing that every day is a gift that cannot be stored for later. The future is created by what we choose to do with the time we have today. So, before another day quietly disappears, ask yourself one simple question. Are you spending your time, or are you investing it in the life you truly want to remember? Because time is the one treasure we all receive equally, and every second that passes becomes a piece of your story that can never be written again. Use your time wisely, because time is not just something we spend. Time is life itself. Years later, when Caroline looked back at her life, she realized something that changed the way she saw every morning. The happiest moments of her life were never the days when she finally achieved everything she wanted. They were the ordinary days she almost missed. The morning she sat with her mother and listened to an old story she had heard many times before. The evening she watched the sunset instead of watching the clock. The afternoon she called someone she loved instead of telling herself she would call tomorrow. Those moments felt small when they happened, but they became the memories she would carry forever. And that was the truth Caroline wished she had understood years earlier. Life does not disappear all at once. It disappears quietly, in the calls we never make, in the dreams we keep delaying, in the hugs we think we can give later, in the moments we are physically present for, but our minds are somewhere else. Because one day, we all look back, and the question will not be, how much money did I make? It will not be, how many hours did I spend being busy? The question will be, did I truly live the time I was given? So tonight, before another day ends, look around you. The people sitting beside you. The dreams waiting inside you. The moments happening in front of you. They may feel ordinary today, but someday, they may become the memories you would give anything to experience one more time. Caroline spent years waiting for the perfect moment. Then she discovered the most important truth of all. The perfect moment was never somewhere in the future. It was hiding inside the moments she already had. Because time is not something we own. It is something we are trusted with. And every sunrise is a quiet reminder. You have been given another chance to live a little more, love a little deeper, and appreciate a little longer. Don't wait until time teaches you its value. Recognize it while it is still in your hands. Because the greatest gift you can give your future self is to be fully present in your life today. Time is life itself. Caroline spent years waiting for a better time to chase her dreams, a better time to visit the people she loved, a better time to finally slow down and enjoy the life she had. But one day, she realized something that changed the way she looked at every single morning. The days we keep waiting for are often the same days we are already living.
You may discover that the greatest moment of your life were not waiting somewhere in the future. They were quietly waiting for you to notice them. If this story touched your heart and reminded you to value the time you have, please subscribe to Shinka Tales for more emotional stories, life lessons, and reminders that can change the way we see our lives today. And remember, time does not ask us how we want to spend it. It keeps moving. So make sure that when you look back one day, you don't just remember the years that passed. You remember the life you truly lived.